I'd like to thank Vevor for sending me the standing desk frame for review. Today I'm going to assemble and test out the Vevor standing desk frame. First off, the packaging looks great, and look at the size of the instructions. You can actually read these things. See, these are full-size pages. Yeah, I could probably see that even without my reading glasses. And it has the good foam covering all the edges and corners, making sure that things don't get damaged during shipping. The only thing that I see lacking here is that there's not a lot between this face and the cardboard, but it's got really good thick cardboard, so that should make up for it. Here's another thing that's a pleasant surprise. It's not just one bag of hardware that I've got to sort out. It's bags inside the bags, and the hardware has already been separated and labeled with letters. So you can see other things are labeled with letters. Now this is screws O, and that screws O in this package. They even have a package labeled spare parts in case you lose something. And they provided some Allens in case you don't have Allens. And wait, what's this on the other end of the Allen? That's a little Phillips head screwdriver. I mean, I don't think I'm going to need any of that. But I appreciate the thought. First are these two beams. They're labeled with a B, and they're the biggest, heaviest parts in the package. Next are these two that are a couple of D. Let's see where the... There, right there. So the D. And the E. Right there's the E. They're going to go up there. Four monkey meters, or the Allen wrench provided. I do not tighten this until I've got the other one in, so that I can easily get the other one started. And this one is an E. Oh no, here comes trouble. But I like leaving it in here in the videos so that you can see how I overcome the trouble. Of course, because hardly anything ever goes according to the book and according to plan. This one on the tip is easier because you can get your finger in there and help guide the screw into the first hole. This one's not quite as easy. You see on that last one I had to use a magnet to get it out when I dropped it. Here's a little trick. You take a little piece of paper, put it on the head of the screw or bolt, shove the tool in there. That should hold it. There, that was the magic combination. The power of three folds. Make that paper thick enough to really hold that screw head in there. Watch out for your wire ends. Don't want to crush any wire ends. Go ahead and use the paper trick from the beginning on this one so I don't have to worry about it. And we're playing the operation game. Let's double check and make sure we got all the angle brackets facing up, so that when we do put a tabletop on this, which won't be today, that there's something to attach to. And by up, I mean this is the top, and these are heading towards the bottom. We've still got a few things to do because we've still got quite a bit of hardware. And these next two pieces have an F. And I'm not sure what they did to deserve an F, but if they're on time and they do their job well, I'm not going to judge. Not like I never got an F before. Now, these slide into here first and leave a little gap right there at the bottom, because screws are going to go in here. Feed them into the other side as well. Get a little tricky. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and choke up all the way, because this will be adjusted later to fit the size of the top that you're trying to utilize. End bolts, meaning these. I'm not tightening them yet. I'm just running them in a few threads so that I can adjust the width later. I've got the parts marked A. Every time I move this, I try to be very careful not to crush these wire connectors. They have a tendency to try to go right up underneath the thing. These go with the adjustable feet up, because we've got the whole thing upside down right now. Uses the M screws. And these are the longer screws. Get them started before tightening any of them. Anytime you have a set of screws, get them all in there before tightening any. Sorry, but I just can't take doing the hand tool thing anymore. I've got this Ryobi turned all the way down to 1. And the Ryobi is not nearly as powerful as the Milwaukee. So I should be able to use this without breaking anything. And I've switched to a 4 monkey meter socket so I can just very quickly make short work of these. Ta-da! Next we have C brackets with N screws. And these are the N screws. Now these brackets, you can see on this side, it wants to go this way. Does not go this way. So this lip right here faces out, because you're going to want to put screws through here into whatever tabletop you choose to use. And these two screw holes right here hold the N screws. Okay, I'm going to have to get this to go up a little bit. So I just folded over some old packaging from another project that I know won't scratch up the finish. And that raised this up enough to where these bolt holes would line up. I did it on the other side as well. And again, I had to be careful because these tried to sneak in under there and get crushed again. The other C bracket, 2 bolt holes. Again, I'm still not tightening these. because we're not putting a tabletop on yet. We're just assembling this frame so that we can choose and install a tabletop later, or desktop, or workbench top, or whatever choice you might desire. And you might want to get help flipping it over. This is no trivial thing. It's pretty heavy. It's a beefy piece of equipment. To give you an idea of the scale of the thing, this is fully compressed, right? And you saw I had a lot more room. I could widen this out and make it much longer. But already at fully compressed, it's big enough that I could use a tabletop that's the size of my really big assembly table. And that table is much bigger than my biggest toolbox, which is a 52-inch toolbox, which is the largest toolbox that I can handle without fear of tipping it over or not being able to find a place to put it. I can steer that thing around barely, getting through places, but anything bigger than that is just completely unmanageable. You can see my other table and boxes are smaller, and this right here, fully compressed, could take a tabletop that size or a desktop that size and comfortably fit on there. And then it can extend out and get wider and bigger. Now, I wouldn't use a much wider table because, I mean, look at the width of the supports. But the length, it can certainly handle a lot more length. And I don't see why you'd need anything bigger than that or anything beefier than that. And that is its fully compressed all the way down size. And when the wires are connected like this, it has these O screws so that you can take a controller like this controller that comes with it, put it to the bottom of the table, screw it to the bottom of the tabletop, and use that. And this plugs into the wall to power this up. And just at the press of a button, up or down, or pre-selections, this rises up so you can use it as a standing desk or standing table. Now, isn't that brilliant? Now I'm going to press the up arrow. That's freaking awesome. How about that? How about that? Wow. That really gets up there too. It goes pretty darn quick. It's like it's got a motor here and here on either side. And then to go down, I just press the down button. And down we go. I could get used to this. Maybe I'll go pick out one of those butcher block type tabletops at one of the home centers. Or get me a nice stainless steel top. Maybe an old stainless table and rob the top off of it. What do you guys think? Is that brilliant or what? Well, that seems wonderful and all, Victor, but can it actually lift any weight? Well, let's see. Yes. Yes, it can. Quickly and quietly. 45.5 inches to the bottom of this. So however thick your tabletop is, if you've got a 2-inch thick desktop or tabletop, would be 45.5, 47.5. You had a 2-inch thick tabletop. 1-inch thick tabletop or desktop would be 46.5. And I'm 6 foot, so this is what it looks like to 6 foot. I could just very comfortable right here standing. Yeah, 27.5. If that's a measurement of the height, it must be measuring in monkey meters. Like 70 monkey meters, because 27.5 isn't anywhere near 70. But if you convert to monkey meters, it would probably be 70. Hey, if you like this video, we got a whole lot more. We got tool reviews, we've got repair videos, we've got show car videos, hot rods, mod rods, you name it. If it's got wheels on it and an engine, it's probably on this channel. So subscribe, like, and binge watch Saneauto. Binge watch Saneauto.